Welcome to round one of the Revolution World Championship. I am playing black red espionage, so basically like mono black mid range kind of thing. My opponent's on blue white control. You get the play, which is nice. This end is like almost really good. I think this is like I think you could argue for this being a keep because you do have 2-1 drops plus espionage. But I think if I do fall behind in this matchup land wise, don't have too much of a chance catching up. So I think I'm gonna mulligan this. And this is probably a keep. And then bottom it's bottom Alihana? Do I bottom Alihana or do I bottom Mercult? Because my opponent doesn't have any more mana interaction. I do have the ways and rampage though. All bottom Alihana. So starting off a poisoner, passing turn back. Opponent doesn't have any 1-mana interaction, so this poisoner will live to make sure that the passage goes off untapped. Then some Alihana, and I have plenty of pressure to stop beating my opponent between Alihana and the rat that poison makes and poison itself. Smoke isn't a bad draw. Does mean it's a bit awkward because I need to fetch a mountain here, Alihana, but should be fine. On next one from Alihana, definitely not doing anything else at this point. My next one is a bit awkward. I guess I can just like rampage, just like bolt them in face if I want to. Not a bad idea. Just maybe force out a counterspell or something. And getting them low so Alihana does stop becoming more and more painful is nice. Maybe I should be using my mouse so I don't misclick. So they don't have any instant speed removal. So I mean, and I don't really want to just pass back. I think I am just going rampage here. See if I can force something on my opponent. It's not great, but best I have at the moment. Oh, it just resolves. Interesting. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. That is something they do have as well. Well, the worst outcome for me because still do have a maneuver in XL, but would have definitely liked to have that 6 damage. No, the Arcana's exiled, which makes me regret keeping this Mercult. Generally just not the best situation for me. Do hit a land, which is nice, because that means I can play this Shade. I imagine Shade's probably better than Smirk. I think that makes sense. Smirk, I can combine with the Raise Rampage to draw. Start using my life a little bit, though the triple black is not quite doable at the moment. We'll see if this is a wipe. Oh, Divine Rule, sure. That's definitely scary. Lavator Fields is, I think, a good draw. How much damage can I deal with Raise Rampage here? So it's not actually that much. So Raise Rampage basically cancels out the Divine Rule. So I'd be dealing, 7? The option is just like Mercult, which doesn't seem great. I think I like just going Smirk Rage Rampage. Because like the raise on the poisoner is like kind of bit whatever. And this is top 2. XL face down. Poisoner minion is alright. Just give haste. So this will make Mercult a threat. So if my opponent just wraths here, 7 damage, yeah. My opponent just wraths here, then I can Mercult, and then they're not getting Angel off the Divine Rule if they do Wrath. The case of Ignia is also not a bad draw, because it does actually start getting me up to plot. It's kind of interesting. And with the Wrath being Wipe Relay World, I will get a draw off it. Wipe the World Clean, yeah. There's Whirlwind Romantic. Fatal Flaw. Fatal Flaw does clear off an Angel. Banish the Isle. Well, Banish the Isle doesn't even have a mana restriction, huh? I don't think I'm always just signing Mercult here. Whirlwind Romantic doesn't do too much here. If I do hit a land drop here, sometimes in my next turn I will get will be able to plot for the minion and the poisoner. Not the best hits, but I mean better lands. minion does kind of get around divine rule a little bit. We'll see how my opponent decides to answer this. Another banishal is not great, because that also does give them an angel. The will and romantic does steal angels, which is nice. Espionage. That is a pretty darn good draw. Let's just check they don't have anything weird going on. Doesn't look like it. I do get to just make sure they don't have any one-man interaction. Yeah. I get romantic and espionage. And then I get the espionage trigger off the angel. They scored Learning Class. I draw a land. I did not play a land this turn. Yeah, I guess I just go land, tap, pass back. Don't think I have any reason to hold on to it. And now my opponent needs to both answer the romantic as well as start actually like progressing the board state at least a little bit. They don't have that many good answers to the romantic because they are down to banish to the Isles, which is like most of their interaction. I mean, they can wipe away the world, but wipe away the world is not the best answer. Though I guess I wouldn't draw a card off it. Because I do only have one thing that kills. Mana does clear out the romantic. Yep. Hopefully draw a threat here. Another new divide. Another new divide is not great. I guess I just go new divide tapped, ignore, and then my opponent's turn. Not exciting, but it'll have to do. Suppose I do have a fatal flop too, to potentially clear off an angel or something. This is what, 3-7? I guess I crack one new divide here because I need it to plot even if I do hit a land. I think so. That puts me out to 6, yeah. I will hold on to the other one for Poisoner. That's another new divide. So I guess I do play out this new divide first, in case of reconsider, I guess. This is 6-7. I have 2 mana open for reconsider, and I'm not super concerned about dying because they haven't signed a bell tower, and I do have a fatal flaw for at least one angel. I'm not swamp. And these will be able to get through the divine rule because I do have espionage. Ooh, sabotaging on the minion. Okay. And then I can pass back here. Not sure why they did on the minion, because this poison is letting 2 rats here, which is presenting lethal. Banish the Isle. On the espionage. Oh. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Don't really have anything to say about that. So they do have 2 mana up, which could be a reconsider. So I am definitely cracking this new divide now. I think it makes sense to do that. Does it make sense to crack the treasure now? I don't think so. I think I'm fine holding on to the treasure. And then poison is summoning 6, so yeah, I'll hold on to the treasure. Hopefully we'll draw something good here. That is very good, in fact. I believe that is actually lethal, because I have the Mind's Vignia too. And I don't think they have any way to stop it. I guess they have a fog would be the way to stop it. If they have a yeah, and I think they're dead even through a reconsider. So yeah. So that was a very good top deck there. Definitely could have gone wrong if my opponent did hit a bell tower on time, or if I didn't hit like the espionage. So Fatal Flaw seems bad. Raise Rampage I think is, I guess it depends on what they're siding in. They don't actually have any, only kill spell they have is Wrath, which, I mean, Wrath's relevant here. Let's see, the Scorn is bad. That's an easy one. I'll take out the Shades for now, though maybe they come back in later. Moccult is kind of bad. Alcana's good, Minion's good, Smek's good, Poison's good, Romantic, dealing with the angels is very nice. Glana, I think, is just a valuable threat. Let's see. So Nixilis is good. I think Ban is good because they didn't actually diversify their wraths. There is Dreamfall and Wipe the World Clean in format, but they're only on Wipe the World Clean. So that means that Ban naming Wipe the World Clean is effective. Shed Empty just seems good in general. Smash Smithereens also seems good. Is possible I'm overboarding here with taking out the Shades. because Shade is a nice way to get through Divine Rule, and just generally is a threat that they do need to deal with. At the same time, having Nixilis, which is a threat, still have Glana, with One Purpose is like not a crazy threat either. Oh, I think I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, I'm not actually citing out any Ray's targets, so that should be good. I guess I'm citing it's gone, but I think Ray's Rampage is still good here. I mean, that's wrong if I'm planning banning the Wrath. Maybe I don't actually want all three bans, because I'm not super good at multiples, and I do need some kind of threat. So yeah, let's go with this. On Mercalt. Yeah, Mercalt makes sense because I'm studying the Obnixilis and the Shide identity, so curve is a bit higher, and Mercalt doesn't really line up too well into a lot of what they're doing. And I hit a pretty good opener. I will keep this. Opponent has a bunch of random stuff to slide in. I'm not, and then mulligan to 5, which is pretty rough. So I'm feeling pretty damn good about this. I suppose it is technically possible that they sided out Bell Tower to make my smash to Smithereens dead, but I think that's fine, even if it does like put me down cards. I think I have enough going on. Turn on New Divide. Ray's Rampage is pretty good. That does make it a lot more attractive to go Espionage and Sack Poison on too. I mean, I can run the Shadow Enters more quickly, but I think I'm fine waiting on that a little bit. Laboratory Field's a good draw, fixes my mana situation quite a bit, because the Mountain doesn't cast a lot of these spells. I think I always just go Espionage here. I don't really have, it's not like super valuable here. It's a bit annoying if it gets countered, or if the poisoner is killed, which you have Banish Dice, but I think it's just so backbreaking if it does resolve. It does not, which is fine. I'll probably have to make a guess on the Shadow Identity. There's Blown Class. And no land drop. Glana. I think I'm cool just running out Glana. My opponent is tapped out and does let me apply a bit more pressure, and then I can go double Shadow Identity next turn. Actually, let me check something real fast. Okay, so we'll not super familiar with Maneuver as a mechanic, because I know that I did get caught out in MSCM with Foretell, because Foretell you do need to wait, if I'm remembering correctly. And don't want to get confused with the Foam XL later. Let's just slam Glana, 2 counters, swing with Poisoner. That is 3 mana, so we'll see if my opponent has a Wrath here. Imagine they want to play it. They can't play it off the Learn class. Oh, Bash to the Isle. Okay. And they're exiling the Glana, I assume? Yeah. Not the worst outcome for me. I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully this Shard Anti. Ooh, Espionage. I do like myself an Espionage. I guess I Shadow Identity first, so I'm more likely to hit. And I'm naming Instant here. I don't think I have any information on the hand, because they've tapped out every turn. But I will be saying Instant. Okay. Very good that I did hit, because that will cause the Espionage to get the Bell Tower. Whereas if it was like a land or something, then it would not. So Espionage comes down. Also, I'm a bit surprised they kept in the Fogs. Doesn't feel like a great card in this matchup when I'm like trying to 1-for-1 them. And now my opponent is empty-handed. They do have the Learn class, which is at least something for them. But I have an Espionage and a Poisoner, so that is also something for me. And then I have the, if they do just go Learn class, get back, reconsider, then I do have Shadow Identity from beyond the grave to grab it from their hand, and then Espionage to take their last card. Also, they do just, even if they have like a land here, so they can like kind of book the Espionage, that they do level up the class just to start getting it up to level 3. I don't know how much of their deck really benefits from the level 3 of Learn class. I mean, it's not bad, but I guess you have like Strays and Cognitive Motion, which is pretty nasty with it, because that's a draw 3 that has an additional cost. Though hopefully I can prevent them. I guess I can't really prevent them from playing it, because learn class allows them to hardcast. Just decide to pay 2 light. Oh, okay. So, sure, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. That does also prevent the combat damage from Espionage, so won't be able to use Espionage in that way. Level 1 fields. I guess I'm reforming Purpose here, because I don't really have anything else to play. So let's just swing in. My opponent will presumably fog this. This does get me a 4/4, I believe. Can I get XL Division or the Evasion or the Reconsider? I guess the Evasion. And this is a 4/4. Then pass the turn back. I do have Lethal on the following turn with Double Rampage, which is nice. Ooh, they did draw an answer. Minion is not a bad draw though. So I imagine my turn is Minion raise the Poisoner then Rampage, just to get some pressure down. Probably had too. I guess can I play everything? I can, right? Raise Minion, and then raise, and then Alihana, and then Rampage. Oh, I guess this is another +1 from the Espionage. And then swing in for 9. Am I sacking Minion here to get a draw? Maybe? I guess I'm only really concerned about them drawing a Wrath, so I think it makes sense. I mean, maybe Minion is actually better than Alihana, but not entirely sure on that. Oops. Nicholas is definitely a good draw, and then pass back. And although I assume they don't want to take the pink, or they. Yeah, Alihana's a bit funky. Obviously doesn't matter too much here, but like, I guess it could matter if my opponent draws the Wrath here. But yeah, that was a bit brutal. It definitely wasn't helpful from on the mull to 5. The extra 2 cards, it maybe is a closer game. It just depends on what those 2 cards are. I guess even a land is probably good, because if they do hit a land drop sometime, that means that I can't I get to 4 mana before them. Yeah, point mentioning that the game 2 is pretty brutal. Definitely not a great matchup for them. Because like they don't even have any main deck removal for Alihana on turn 2. So definitely possible for them to get that fan in the matchup because they don't have any enchantment removal. So like, and like learn class is pretty good. Yeah, opponent is reminiscing. Yeah, the game 1 was pretty good. Because game 1 definitely ended up being able to go either way, with the Alihana being answered pretty quickly, the triple banish shell, then me getting pretty lucky with the drawing both romantics. So if I don't hit, I probably need both romantics to win that game. Wait, maybe I also need the espionage. I mean, I guess I did have the fatal flaw, which made the espionage a bit less necessary. But at the same time, the angel was putting in damage. Yeah, I also had the plot too, because the plot hitting 2 spells is like if like one of these was a land. I mean, admittedly the 2/1 drops, so it's like if one of these is a smirk, then that's obviously better, or a Mercult or an espionage, or like one of these 2 could have been a romantic too. Should report. Yeah, but felt like definitely on my side, it felt like my deck was running at full capacity while my cards are doing exactly what they were meant to be doing. You know, like the Mines of Ignia coming in, the treasure token mattering. I guess it didn't matter, but came up with treasure token making a token for the poisoner was potentially almost relevant. The rampage being a lot more relevant than expected. Drawing cards a smirk. I think because of the rampage, right? I think that's, if I remember correctly. Guess Omnideep Shade didn't do anything, but yeah, everything just kind of lined up well for me. And then game 2 was a bit of a beating. Because like I'm kind of answering everything they have while also having Smash Smithereens in hand, then I draw Obnixos at the end here. So like even if Bell Tower came down, then they like need to find something pretty quickly, transfer it. because as soon as I get the second tick on up next list, they're falling even farther behind. Not that they have a great chance to drop a bell tower. And then again, I did have Smash Smithereens. And then the up next list would also get around the Divine Rule. So it's life loss. But yeah, definitely happy with my deck choice so far. And believe I'm playing against either what, Esper Control or Mono Red. I'm seeing this correctly. Both of which are okay matchups, I think. Definitely probably worse than this matchup is. So I think I'm reasonably favored in this matchup. What with like Alihanna being like hard to answer for my opponent and Espionage being really good. My opponent not really having any internal interaction. Like even post board, they don't have any like let them make cake or anything like that. I mean, I don't have clean answers to Divine Rule or Learn Class. And like even Bell Tower's a bit sketchy. But I think it's a reasonably comfortable matchup. And the upcoming matchups are probably fine, but probably not quite as comfortable as this one is. But thanks for listening. I'll be back probably a couple days, I imagine. For round 2. I guess these aren't really rounds. What is it even called on a double elimination bracket? I have no clue. But my next round, I guess, next step in the bracket, I'll be recording as well. So